and welcome to Gowran Park Racecourse in Kilkenny, which once again provided the setting for the fun-filled family day out that is the Gowran Festival of Speed. Growing in popularity year on year, the venue was filled with an array of interesting modern, classic and exotic vehicles. Nowhere in Ireland can you find a larger variety of machinery on display at one location.
Hello, and you're very welcome to Gowran Park for the Festival of Speed, where we'll be bringing you some of the best motorsport action of the year.
This year there were a number of shows at the Gowran Festival of Speed with high-octane live displays of cars, bikes and trucks that thrilled all who witnessed them. The festival is different to your usual car show as it brings all the excitement of motorsport to a spectator-friendly location with lots of attractions the whole family can enjoy. There were many top drivers in attendance once again, but the star of the show was former World Rally champion and motorsport icon Ari Vatanen. The Flying Finn won the World Rally Championship in 1981 in his famous Rothmans Escort RS 1800, and he will be taking to the track in a number of different machines at Gowran Park.
You're going out on the track for the first time today. How are you feeling about it?
Very good indeed. Because I'm here surrounded by my friends. Even if I haven't met them yet, all of them, but I mean they feel we are part of the family. And I really, what inspires me, meeting human beings, my fellow human beings. That's what makes life worth living. You know, there's a bit of everything. There's a bit of everything here, and this is to people who are passionate about. Not just about cars, I mean, who are passionate about life. It's a spirit-building day, and that's what I love it.
First up for Ari was a spin in the immaculate Escort of Tom Garrity, who was delighted to have the former world champion drive his pride and joy.
I never thought I'd see the day. Just never thought I'd see the day. I remember years ago, the first film I ever bought was the Vatanen Touch, and I think we had it nearly worn out after a week. So to have him sit in and drive your car, it's just unbelievable.
Let's take a look at the master in action now as he took to the track with Lauren Kelly alongside, whose father Frank we'll see in action later in the programme.
How did that go for you?
Yeah, it's like a grandfather driving, yeah, like that, yeah. But it was still good fun, a little bit sideways.
What's it like getting back on Irish tarmac, Ari?
Feels very good. I'm back at home. Good.
Amongst the many varieties of machines on display at the festival were the Group B rally cars. The Group B category of the early 80s fostered some of the fastest, most powerful and most sophisticated rally cars ever built.
You're driving a beautiful Metro Mark IV. Tell us about your car today.
So it's a Metro 6R4. It's one of the original 200 that was built in 1986 by Austin Rover. And it's Group B, full Group B spec. And that's really it. We're slowly sideways out for the day.
Pat, there's some beautiful Group B cars here today. Tell us about your car.
This is an Opel Ascona 400. It was Jimmy McRae's car in 1982, and he won the Circuit of Ireland. And we also have the Ari Vatanen car ahead of us, the Manta 400. So we're here for the spin. Gowran Festival Speed is the best ever, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. So Jen, my daughter, is my navigator, and we're going to go out now and enjoy ourselves and have a good day.
Tell us a little bit about this beautiful car.
Originally started as a works car. We brought it into the shed there about 4 or 5 years ago. Set it up there for slowly sideways, and we're trying to keep the old generation going. Fantastic car, and I've retired out of motorsport, so it's just a bit of fun.
The short-lived Group B era has acquired legendary status among rally fans and is often considered one of the most competitive and compelling periods in rallying. The combination of lightweight chassis, sophisticated aerodynamics and massive amounts of horsepower resulted in the development of a class whose performance has not yet been surpassed. Along with the extra power though came extra danger, and due to their dubious safety record, the class was disestablished in 1986. Nowadays, the only place to witness the legendary machines in action are at historic rallies and car shows, and it was thrilling to hear the roar of so many Group B engines at the Gowran Festival of Speed. One interesting entrant to the Group B field was former tarmac and national rally champion Donna Kelly, who got to meet one of his rallying heroes in Ari Vatanen. Donna had swapped his Focus WRC for a day of fun in his Metro 6R4 after coming agonisingly close to winning his home rally in Donegal earlier in the summer.
Donna, you're having a nice relaxing day here in Gowran Park, a little different from what you're usually used to.
Yeah, we're here for a bit of fun today. Obviously, trying to get over the disappointment of Donegal last month. Obviously, it was nearly there, but we come short at the end. But yeah, today's just a bit fun with the Metro with us, and it's nice to get out, and it's nice to be in a place like this where you have a lot of your idols here, especially Ari Vatanen. It's great to have such a champion here today, mixing it with the rest of us, you know. So yeah, today's a bit fun.
A big hit with the crowds every year is the auto testing display. Auto testing is the world's toughest form of precision driving competition, and the control the drivers have over their cars is a sight to behold.
Darren, you're involved in the auto testing. Tell us a little bit about it.
Basically, it's a time trial, precision driving. You see there's a few cones laid out here behind us, and the object is to get around the cones in a timely manner without hitting them. Obviously, hitting them is a time penalty, not doing it right is a time penalty. So it's all about time, precision, not messing up pretty much. So as you see behind me there's a few different types of cars, everything from a Mini Special, which is a Mini with the roof cut off it, to a large saloon, would be a Nova. Nova is classed as a large car, unfortunately. So it goes on all around Ireland, starts in September and goes on to about March, the season. So there'll be all top Irish guys that are driving, so looking forward to it.
Let's get back out onto the track now as we catch up with Tyrone rally driver Frank Kelly, who's about to take to the tar in his famous Mark II Escort, Baby Blue.
Frank, are you looking forward to your spin out on the racetrack?
Yeah, it's been a long day. We've met loads of lovely people, so it's time to have a bit of fun now.
If motors aren't your thing, there's still plenty to see and do at Gowran Park Festival of Speed, with activities for all the family laid on by the organisers. One of the most popular attractions away from the track was the high-flying stunt biking show put on by the Thunder Action Sports Group. Not averse to some high-risk manoeuvres in his day, no doubt Ari Vatanen was impressed with the commitment of the BMX bikers, but his passion was for four-wheeled action, and he's always happy to reminisce about his rallying days.
Ari, bring us back to one of your most memorable rallies in Ireland.
Well, look, it has to be, there's only one. It's Circuit of Ireland, which was a really, really long one in those days, and you're against household names like Billy Goldman, late Bertie Fisher, and many other names who were big in Irish rallying at that time. And the event was incredible, long event. It was non-secret, non-practiced event, so that you're having to push very hard without knowing where the road goes. And I remember the battles I had with Jimmy McRae, and my car was dented on either side. And some years I didn't get to the finish, some years I got to the finish. But all I remember is this. I still remember how I felt. It was man only remembers those events which create emotions. And I tell you, Circuit Island gave me lots of emotions, highs and lows, but that's what life is all about.
Infectious enthusiasm is a common trait amongst the motorsport community, and organiser Michael Brady has it in spades. Normally seen volunteering as a rally marshal every weekend, the Wexford native took time out of his hectic schedule to speak with Sarah Jane at the trackside.
Mike, how did this all come about here today?
It came about, we were involved in a classic car club in Stephenpack Caulfield, and we were driving around looking for a venue, and we came here for coffee, and we looked out on the balcony there and we seen the track out there, and we asked the girl would there be any chance of getting a spin, and it started from there. We started working with Joe Connolly and Lexi and a few others, and that's basically how it started.
Well, the atmosphere here at Gowran Park for the Festival of Speed is electric. Stay with us for more action after the break.
Welcome back to Gowran Park in Kilkenny for part 2 of the Gowran Festival of Speed. Thankfully, the event had been blessed with fine weather and the crowds of spectators were enjoying the variety of attractions on display. One of the most popular was the display of BMWs, both vintage and modern, put on by event backers Bolins of Waterford, who had arranged for the great Ari Vatanen to drive some of their BMWs out on the track.
Stephen, we're here in Gowran Park for the Festival of Speed. How is Bolin's BMW getting on this weekend?
Well, the parade ring for Bolin's BMW here is actually it's kicked off nicely. We're packed at the moment. It's great. We have Ari Vatanen here at the second. We're about to show him the BMW M2 we brought down, and we're getting a fantastic reaction so far.
And to have the legend Ari Vatanen driving one of the BMWs, how is that for Bolin's?
So, I mean, from a Bolin's BMW point of view, I mean, it's fantastic to be able to get the legendary Ari Vatanen to drive some of our cars around, and even some of the vintage cars and the M2, that kind of thing, to get it out on the track and to show it off. It looks brilliant, and it looks great for BMW Ireland as well. It's brilliant to have.
Let's watch the legend in action once again in another legendary machine. One man who's followed Ari Vatanen's exploits over the years is James O'Brien. The Cork man has done it all on a national level himself, having won the Co-Drivers' Championships in the Tarmac, National and Forestry Series. James also has an impressive collection of model rally cars which he brought to this year's festival.
James, you have a fantastic display of model cars. Tell us about them.
Yeah, well, what we have basically are some of the Rotman's cars that competed in Ireland down the years, particularly as Ari Vatanen was the first man to compete in a Rotman's car in Ireland, an official Rotman's Mark II RS 1800 way back in the early 80s. We move on to a very, very local connection here, which is Bill Connolly in the BP colours, brother of Joe, currently working with on the Tarmac Championship. And then we have a display of Ari Vatanen cars. Ari has been setting many and varied cars and down over the years. And then we move on to the locals. We've got Enda Nolan and from Carlow, Lord be good to him. And we've Donny Keating from across the border, his arch nemesis. And behind that we've Roy White. So we have pretty much the national and international side of the gathering covered.
The rally community were out in force at the festival too, and an impressive array of machinery took to the Gowran Park track to thrill the spectators with their power, speed and sound.
And a local man here today in Gowran Park, how are you feeling about the weekend?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's more of a fun day really, to take a few people for a spin that have been helping out during the year, and it's just a bit of crack for everyone really, and it's great to bring rallying to the general public who generally don't see it.
One rally enthusiast who would have enjoyed that display was Paddy Croak, who got to meet one of his idols, Ari Vatanen, at the event. Paddy is also a good friend of Citroën WRC star Craig Breen, and he had another dream come true when he swapped his wheelchair for the hot seat of a Mark II alongside Craig at the recent Ravens Rock Rally.
Patrick, you got a quiet seat here today. Tell us how you got on with Craig Breen.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. It was words can't describe it. Still 4 weeks on nearly now, and it's still on a high. Absolutely one of the best days I've ever had, and probably will ever have. The driving, you only have to look back at the in-car, was absolutely top class. The man is just world class material. It was great to get the opportunity to sit in with him, because obviously being in the chair, kind of getting in the other car is kind of thing not to be done. So no, he gave me the opportunity to sit with him, and I took it with both hands. So it was absolutely brilliant.
Another very popular motorsport discipline is single-seater racing. This includes the circuit racing and hill climb categories, which were well represented by all shapes and sizes at the Festival of Speed.
I've brought my Global GT. We've made a few modifications to it. It's running in the National Hill Climb Championship, and we're in a class called 3C, which is for super sports cars. We've made serious modifications over the last kind of year with the car, and we're here to see how quick it's going to go today against all these big boys.
Motorbikes were also well represented at the Festival of Speed, with modern and classic models on display, whilst others took to the track at Gowran Park. No car show would be complete without a display of vintage and historic examples. Sarah Jane caught up with some of these beautiful classic cars and their drivers down at the track.
What a spectacle car you have here today. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's a 1934 MG TQ based on a TC chassis, and it was raced in England. I have it 3 years, and this is the second event it's done.
I have to say, this is a fabulous car. Tell us a little bit about your car.
She's a replica of a 1965 Shelby Cobra, 8.2 litre V8, 700 horsepower.
Where did you get this car?
I hand-built it myself, my own custom design, my own chassis, engine, body, about 20 years ago in the States. It took me 5 years, non-stop, every night, 7 days a week.
Well, Ari, we're here now in the pit area. Some beautiful cars here, some Group E cars, some cars that you wouldn't see every day. I see you looking at a Cobra there. You like that Cobra, Ari?
It is actually true. You don't come across the Cobra very often, and I wouldn't like to do 1,000 lakes in one, but of course it's a pure American product, enormous amount of power, and it has a certain appeal, and that is true. I mean, the Cobra is a Kiss Cobra, and it's slightly unreasonable, and that's why it's so good.
We don't normally see an Angley kitted out like this.
Yes, we have a couple of them at home here now, so we just said we'd bring this one out today for a bit of a run up here. It's local to us and all that.
Great to see a Sierra Cosworth back out on the road today.
Yeah, sure. Said we'd bring it out for a spin. It's a good day to bring it out, so nice and dry. And first time out in the car, so we'll see how we go.
Bernard, all the way from Cork in your beautiful Mark 1. Tell us where you came across the car.
The car was actually in the heart of Mill Street. It was sitting there for about, I think, 10, 11 years unused. And a friend of mine told me it was back there, made approaches, bought the car. We have it now about 2.5 years.
Todd, you got a beautiful Porsche here. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I spent the last 2 years building it from scratch, and the West Cork Rally this year was the first time out. So we're looking forward to this now today.
Tell us about your car here today.
Yeah, it's a 65 Martini Porsche. It's the first time out racing today, so hopefully we'll enjoy it with a bit of luck.
John, there's no shortage of spectacle cars here today. Tell us about yours.
Mine, I bought it as a road car in 1975. We used it as the family car, and my son is sitting beside me, JJ, and he was photograph of him at 5-year-old when I bought it, and it's a nice heirloom to have.
Watching these high-powered machines in the hands of experienced drivers, it's easy to forget that motorsport is dangerous and safety is always the paramount concern of the organisers. Among the many displays of speed at the festival, there were also safety demonstrations to convey the message to keep the race in its place. Tyres are of utmost importance for safety, and Ari Vatanen was keen to get the message across to check your tyres regularly.
Hello Ari, very welcome to the Gowran Festival of Speed. It's a fantastic honour to have you here today in the beautiful Gowran Park here. Bridgestone, as you know, over the years have been very involved in road safety and motorsport. From your point of view, can you say what kind of contribution you think motorsport has made to road safety, and also the importance of tyres to road safety?
Yeah, it's actually a very pertinent question, because when I started 40 years ago, I mean, the tyres, the grip was really not good at all. The tyres were very heavy. So, I mean, tyres play absolutely pivotal role in the road safety, and people should never buy some cheap tyres. You have to ask yourself, well, how important is your life and the life of your beloved ones? So you always should buy, really safe tyres, because it can make all the difference for your life.
One display that needs some serious rubber to keep them on the road is the truck show. And this year there were more than ever taking to the track.
Brian, what a fantastic display of trucks here. How did this come about?
3 years ago when the event started, I was approached by one of the committee to see could we organise a few trucks for the event here. And we had a few the first year, and within the next 2 years and to the present day we have what you see here today, so it's growing every year.
A big hit with the spectators, the truck show included a wide range of both classic and modern trucks, as well as the American big rigs. Ari Vatanen had the honour of leading the trucks away as they paraded around the track, and they truly were a sight to behold and to hear. Well, that's nearly it for this year's Gowran Festival of Speed, but there was time for one last surprise as our presenter Sarah Jane got the thrill of a lifetime with a spin around the track in the famous Rothbound's Manta.
Well, folks, I'm in for the thrill of my life. I'm in a rally car for the first time with Ian. Ian, you better go easy on me.
We're looking forward to the last one of the day, so we'll make it a special one for you.
Here goes nothing. Thumbs up, baby! That was one of the best experiences I ever had in my life. Amazing experience.
Well, sadly, that's it from Gowran Park in Kilkenny after a fantastically run, highly enjoyable event. Till next time, it's bye for now.